That's it. It's over. We've gone broke. There's nothing left to do. There's nothing left to save. There's nothing we can do. It's done. The market's done. It's crashed. Everything's hit rock bottom. It's over. We're all broke. No, not really. That's not the truth. What's really going on is we're starting to realize that Pokemon as an investment and Pokemon as a hobby, not just for opening packs and pulling cards, but also for keeping sealed product, is a viable long-term investment strategy. And it rivals some of the other newer forms of investment strategies that we're seeing out there. And this is really affecting the Pokemon market for those people that want to be, classic hobbyers that want to just open packs, complete sets, and enjoy the art and enjoy the cards. It's just changed now. And we're really starting to see the effects and the impacts of what's been going on in the last 2 years and how it's not going to stop. And I'm really going to show you guys today how that's happening, why it's happening, what I'm comparing the current market to in terms of the stock market, Bitcoin, commodities, and then you look at Pokemon and which sets in Pokemon are doing well and which sets are not doing so well. And I'm going to talk about what are some serious winners and some potential buys if you're interested in getting into the market. So let's get into it really quickly here. So first off, Bitcoin has just taken an absolute plummet. So we're just going to look at the last month for everything, okay? Last month. We're not going to go long term. Everybody knows that Pokemon Booster Box sealed product investing is basically a sure thing long-term play. If you don't know that, you can go look at the data. You hold anything for 5+ years, it's guaranteed to go up in value. Guaranteed. You're not going to lose money. It's almost guaranteed. It's going to outpace inflation, and in most cases, it'll outperform the S&P 500. But what we're looking at is the last month. This last month, if you would have bought Bitcoin a month ago, you would have been paying around 90,000. Let me just pull it up here. You would have been paying around 90,000, and now it's worth 71. You would have lost 22%. Okay, 22%. You would have invested $100. You would be less than $80. Okay, Bitcoin took a plummet. It is making a bit of a recovery. We went down to like the 60s, making a bit of a recovery, but it is down 20% in the last month. So this is the hot. Bitcoin was so hot. Everyone's talking about it. Oh, Pokemon investing, Bitcoin investing. I'm going to make my portfolios 10%, 5% Bitcoin, 5% Pokemon, 10% Bitcoin, 10% TCG, whatever all these big bro investors were saying. Well, guess what? Their risk on Bitcoin has tanked versus their risk on Pokemon. Well, let's just see what's going on there in a minute. But first, let's look at silver. Silver is up or basically flat, 3%, but it was up like crazy. It was up to $114 USD from $75. Massive increase. It was like, 40% or something like that. And then it just tanked. So it's back to flat. So even the touted silver that everybody was talking about a week or two ago. Oh, silver, get in on silver. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Nope. Lots of volatility. Tanked. Okay. Let's look at some Pokemon options. Okay. Not this one. Let's do Destined Rivals. Okay. Destined Rivals has been on an absolute tear. Okay. Destined Rivals is up 38% in the last month. Okay. 38%. So it went from $400, about $400 a month ago. And then it was at a high of, it was almost $600, $585. It almost hit that $600 mark. It's around $560 right now at a 38%, almost 39% increase on Destined Rivals. So everybody a month ago, oh, it's so expensive. I'm not spending $400 on Destined Rivals. That's crazy. Well, guess what? You would have made a cool $160 on one booster box, a cool 38% if you would have listened to $400 a month ago. A month ago, you would have listened to silver. Buy silver. It's gonna go crazy. No, you wouldn't have made much or anything. Crypto, you would have lost your shirt. You'd be growing broke. And unfortunately, for them, they didn't invest in Pokemon. And for those who did, you were smart because Destined Rivals looks like it's probably establishing a new low. So, you know, it was floating around this $400 mark, took off. I think it's going to probably come back down and probably flatten around the 520, 525 mark. And that's going to be the new baseline for Destined Rivals. And I don't see them reprinting Destined Rivals booster boxes in any meaningful way. Let me know if you think they will, but I highly doubt it. So these booster boxes are going to the moon. Let's be honest. This set is not even a year old. Like, I mean, this is like 8 months old or something like that, like 9 months. Like it's already $600. What's this thing going to be in 2 years, 3 years? Thousands. It's thousands. Okay. This is the evolving skies of Scarlet and Violet, clearly. So speaking of Scarlet and Violet, let's look at Scarlet and Violet base set, the original first SC01 set from Scarlet and Violet. Guess what this did in the last month? 20%. You could have picked this up for $225. It is now worth $270. Okay, this thing is going to the moon. Oh, I'm sorry. It did 10% in the last month. Okay, it was $244 a month ago, and now it's $269. Okay, it's 10%. In 3 months, it did 20%. It just further goes to show you how great of an investment this is. Okay, even in a 6-month period, you're at a 22% gain. Okay, now, what's going to get you 22% gain? Well, let's look at a year. Year doesn't even make sense because it's 77%. Okay, 77%. If you would have bought Scarlet and Violet a year ago, we were already in the craze, and you could have picked this booster box up for $152. You didn't, but if you would have, you'd be at $270. You'd be making a 77% gain. Now, people will be saying $270. That's so much. You know what? That's half the price of Destined Rivals. Okay, this set is basically out of print. There's almost zero chance this is going to get printed. There's zero chance they're going to be printing more booster boxes from SC01. I highly doubt. I would basically bet that they will not be releasing any more Scarlet and Violet base set booster boxes ever again. I'm going to say right now, I think it's basically out of print. You might get packs in some random collection boxes or tins or something. You might still see that a little bit. Maybe not even that, but you might. But for booster boxes, it's over. So this is going to the moon too. I mean, this is going to be $500 before you know it. This is a hardcore buy, even though it's done 10%. Okay, now let's move on. Paradox Rift. In the last month, Paradox Rift has done almost 9%. Okay, you would have bought it for $237. It is currently worth $258. Okay, Paradox Rift is not a particularly great set. There's not a lot of big hits in it, but again, it's SV04. So this is also coming to the end of its print cycle. 3 months, 10%, 6 months, 20%, 1 year, 60%. Okay. That's where we're at. That's what we're looking at from Scarlet and Violet. These are viable investments, long-term investments. You want to flip them and be a scalper? I can't tell you from 1 week to the next or for a few weeks if these are going to go up or down. It may not be a good idea if you want to do a quick flip. But if you're a savvy investor and you're looking to buy some of this, maybe you're looking to buy some, open some, sell some, maybe make your money back, lower your cost base on the products that you're opening. If you hold these for a year, even a year now, you're going to make money. You're going to make serious money. Like you're going to make, double-digit plus percentages in 1 year. Okay, let's take a look here. Surging Sparks. Okay, I think this is probably in terms of regular sets in the Scarlet and Violet era, number 2 or number 3. I mean, Destined Rivals number 1, maybe Twilight Masquerade is number 2. This is number 3, maybe. I mean, this rivals Twilight. Opaldea Evolved is there as well. I mean, I think it's those 4 are probably the 4 top sets of the Scarlet and Violet era. So this thing would have got you 10% in the last year. It took a dip here around Christmas time, end of January, when I believe January. Why did it take a dip? You know why? Because Pokemon Center released some booster boxes on last week, and I think that's probably why this took a dip, and then it just took off. Look, we're at 280 now for this booster box. I was telling you guys to jump in on this back about a month ago. It was around 250, 255, I believe, a booster box at that time. I think it was somewhere mid-January. I was telling you guys to buy, around there. And I bought, I took a position on Surging Sparks, and now I'm up. And now I'm thinking this is going to keep going up. This is in the last month. You see the traction it's doing. I think this is still a buy, and this is going up. Now let's look at Twilight. In the last month, Twilight would have got you 7%. It's on a straight up trajectory in the last month. 3 months, it did take a dip here right before Christmas time, and then it just took off. So you look at it over 6 months. It's not at its all-time high. It hit its all-time high in September, and now it's tracing back to that all-time high. I think it'll get there. And then it'll probably flatten out, and that'll be the new mark. I don't know if this is a buy right now. It might still potentially come down. We'll see where this goes, but this has been up. This is an up in the last 3 months. And then looking at Mega Evolutions, let's talk a little bit about what I think is a real buy, okay? Mega Evolutions. I think this is an under radar set, okay? Everyone's talking about Destined Rivals now. Everybody's talking about Phantasmal Flames. Ascended Heroes is what everyone wants. That's what everyone's picking up. The pack price is like $13 to $15 market price. That's what everyone's talking about. And then you got your Perfect Order that's coming out in a month and a half. You just had Phantasmal Flames. Everyone's talking about these sets, and everyone's forgetting about Mega Evolutions, okay? This is my tip for you guys. This is my... it's not advice. I'm not saying you should go and buy this, but for me, this is something that I'm going to be looking at potentially taking a position on now, because I think that this is a buy at the moment, okay? So we look at Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions is a great set. It's a big set. It's got a lot of hits, okay? Let's take a look. Mega Lucario. $284 market price. Mega Gardevoir, $223, $167. We've got 5 cards in the top of this set that are over $100. And then after that, we've got a bunch that are over 50, another 4 that are over 50, and then still a lot of really solid sets. And I can tell you on a PSA 10, this Bulbasaur, which I just sent into PSA, is worth probably like $150, this Bulbasaur on a PSA 10. So there's definitely opportunity here to make money opening these packs. These cards are worth it. They're nice cards. I think they're going to hold their value. They're popular Pokemon: Gardevoir, Lucario, Venusaur. You got Lily's Determination, Kangaskhan. Like these are popular Pokemon. And let's take a look at the booster box price. Currently, the market price is $250, $254, okay? And it's kind of flattened. It's kind of leveled off a little bit here. So it saw a little bit of gain, about 2.5% gain in the last month. In the last 3 months, it's basically flat. Now, this is the key. This is flat in the last month, okay? This set was released 5 months ago. I know that sounds crazy, but this set came out in I believe it came out in the beginning of November. So November, December, January, February, December, January, February. I think it came out. Actually, no, this came out in September. So October, November, December, January, February. We're in 5 months territory for this set. Since then, we've had Phantasmal Flames. We have Ascended Heroes. And in 6 weeks, we're getting Perfect Order, which is the next main set. So we're going to be, in 6 weeks, we're going to be 2 main sets plus a specialty set since the release of this one. I haven't seen, this was a waived release. Barely saw any booster boxes on the second wave. And I haven't seen any since. I don't think there's going to be, I'll be shocked if they're going to be reprinting booster boxes. I mean, with Ascended Heroes disaster, and then we've got Perfect Order coming out like at the same time, waived releases of Ascended Heroes and Perfect Order basically overlapping. When's there going to be time for reprints of Phantasmal Flames booster boxes, let alone Mega Evolutions booster boxes? And then forget about Destined Rivals, which is the previous generation. That's Scarlet and Violet. We're talking about the current Mega Evolutions generation. This is Mega Evolutions base set. It's $254. Okay. If you look 6 months, this was pre-release, came out in September, then it took a drop, and then it's been going down. Like it is at almost all-time low right now. I don't see this box going any lower than this. This is the time to buy. It ain't going any lower than this. If you can pick this up for it's already $270. $270 shipped, basically, is what you're looking at. $269 shipped. But this is a good set. It's a solid set. And this is a buy for me. So that's what I'm talking about. Now, what's happening this week? If you guys stuck with me this far on this video, I really appreciate you guys. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Always appreciate that. It helps me grow my channel. But what's coming out this week? So if you're in the hunt for some good deals, MSRP deals on Pokemon cards, there's a big drop happening on Tuesday at Sam's Club. It has Prismatic Evolutions surprise box with a booster bundle, 2-pack. It's coming out on Tuesday. I think it's going to be like $89.99, something like that, maybe less, $79.99. It's going to be a good deal. And I highly recommend that you guys get a Sam's Club membership. That way you can get to Sam's Club early, an hour early lineup. And generally, if you get into the lineup, you will get some product at Sam's Club. They are waiving this drop from what I understand. There's going to be a release on the 10th and then maybe another one a couple of weeks later from the same stock. So you might want to get there a little earlier than normal. Maybe not everybody in the lineup will get some this time, but who knows? And there's also going to be an online drop at the same for the same thing, but midnight of the 9th, so rolling over to the 10th. So that's what's happening. Other than that, there's no big releases. Check your Walmarts on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Check your Targets. There's probably going to be Charizard UPCs. There's going to be these, collection Melmetal EX, Mega Venusaur, all these collection boxes that they've been absolutely just dumping on the market. And I'm going to open a bunch of these in another video later this week. So if you want to see what's in these boxes, if there's any hits, I'll probably open 3 or 4 of them on my next video. But that's what they're releasing. It's just collection boxes and UPCs, Charizard UPCs. That's just flooding the market right now. You're not getting booster boxes. Booster bundles even are hard to find. ETBs are hard to find. Check your Pokemon Center drops. They've been really kind of wonky the last few weeks. They're not any specific day. I've seen them on Thursday. They were going Tuesday, Wednesday for a while. Now they're dropping on Thursday. You don't know what they're dropping. They're doing some weird combining of product because they can't move their Battle Academy. So they're combining the Battle Academy with their Surging Sparks booster box at a reasonable price. And that's how they're trying to move product. So that's what's happening right now. Nothing really crazy happening in terms of releases this week, except for the Sam's Club drop. So look out for that. And I really appreciate you guys. Catch my next video where I'm going to be doing a giveaway and I'm going to be opening a bunch of these collection boxes. And I appreciate you guys. You take care.